right, it is time now for one of my favorite parts of the week, and that is TD's Film Room. So TD, we are talking about one guy and one guy only today, Bryce Young. And you have noticed while watching his film some big differences from the first two games of the season to now that he is back as the starter. And one of the first things you said to us is that, hey, he's a different quarterback under pressure right now.
Right. It's confidence and decision-making, KB. That's the difference in Bryce Young's maturation process and where he was at the beginning of the season and where he is right now. Because as we watch this play, one of the things that a quarterback's job is to identify the guys that could potentially be rushing. And as you look at Bryce, if you watch him the whole way on this play, he never looks at Taylor right here. He never puts his eyes on him. He never see him or identify him as a threat to rush the quarterback. And that's why he was able to come away with an easy sack on this play. That was one of the plays that really showed me that Bryce wasn't identifying guys. He wasn't sliding the protection the way that it needed to be. That's the difference in where he was then and where he is now. As we watch this play right here, we're going to let this one roll. You can see that this is a crucial situation for Bryce Young. He is one of those guys that always has the ability to improvise, pulling the ball down and making a dart. We're going to take it to this other angle. We're going to show you the end zone angle on this play. As you watch this play, we know that the Philadelphia Eagles have a great front seven. They have guys all across the board that can get after the quarterback. The offensive line is doing a tremendous job. If you look at this, as a quarterback, you always want to see a pocket that's like this. These guys are protecting Bryce Young, but we need more time for the play to develop down the field. We got to let our receivers get open. So Bryce has to improvise. Everybody talks about Bryce's stature and how small he is. Sweat is a big guy, and look at Bryce rip away from this potential sack, and look at this dart. Just look at this, his ability, like for him to be under pressure, on the move with a potential guy in front of him to intercept this pass and still be able to put this ball right on Xavier. As a quarterback, you cannot put this ball placement any better than Bryce was able to do right here. And that really shows the maturation process that Bryce Young has gone through in the beginning of the season to where he is right now.
Yeah, that's an incredible play. I love seeing you break that down. But you got some more plays for us because, as you said, his decision-making has really, really changed as his confidence has grown.
Yes, it has, KB. And as you look right here, when you look across this board, they have so many guys that can rush the passer. So now as we let this play roll right now, Bryce has to identify, he has to understand that now I got to make a quick decision. Once he saw that there was that many guys up at the line of scrimmage, this ball should have been coming out quick to Thielen, but it doesn't, right? So now he pulls it down to try to improvise, and now you're outside of the box as a quarterback. Once you're outside of the pocket, you have the ability to throw the ball away. We were in Eddie Piñeiro's field goal range, so the worst thing that you can do on this play is take a sack. Bryce Young, now we see him throwing this football away and not taking a sack like that. So you got to be able to get that ball out, not take a sack in that situation, but that just shows you the maturation process, the decision making. So this is another play right here where we talked about Bryce Young and the decision making being bad. As we watch this play, this is third and I think a mile. So now he's trying to let the routes develop downfield. As the play breaks down, Bryce should, in this particular play, as you look, this guy is covered, this guy is covered, this guy is covered. He can either throw the check down or he should pull this ball down, run, or even take a sack. Because in certain instances, a sack is not the worst thing that can happen. But what does Bryce do? He throws the ball up for grabs, and it's almost like he was throwing a punt to them. But, you know, you can't just give away interceptions like that. And that's one of the areas I feel like Bryce Young has absolutely grown as a football player because, KB, we have a play where Bryce Young does exactly what we think that he should do on this, right?
He's going to scramble a little bit, right? He's going to put the ball down and run.
This is what Bryce should have done. You're in the pocket, he breaks down, pull the ball down, pick up extra yardage. It doesn't have to be 10, 15, 20 yards every time, but if you pick up positive yardage, that's good for your football team. They puts you in position for short yardage situations, or on this play in particular, he picked up the first down. And that right there shows me that this kid has absolutely learned. He's absolutely growing, and we are in a great place with Bryce Young as the leader of our football team because this kid understands and knows he knew that he had to get better, KB, and he's absolutely done that.
And he's getting better, it seems like, from watching this film in all facets of his game. It has been great to watch.
Every single area of his game has improved from the start of the season to where we are right now.
All right, well said, TD. Thank you so much.
No problem.